Hi, I'm Mima. I'm a grandma and a mom, and I'm reading the 6th chapter of Cam Jansen. It's case number 3, The Mystery of the Dinosaur Bones by David A. Adler. And what has happened so far, I'm on chapter 6, and what has happened so far is that Cam and her friend Eric, they have gone on a field trip with their class, their 5th grade class, to a museum where they have dinosaur skeletons, and Cam noticed that there were skeletons. There were some bones missing out of one of the skeletons. Well, of course, she wanted to find out what has happened to the bones. And so she and Eric hid inside the museum until it closed, and then they were caught because, they're not supposed to be in there after it closed. So then as they were leaving, they saw a milk truck outside. But then why is milk being delivered in the afternoon? And plus, it was a different branding of milk than they're used to, that they had earlier in the day at the cafeteria. So Cam put 2 and 2 together, and she realized that there's something really fishy going on here. So she hops on her bicycle and she said, "Come on, let's follow the truck," to her friend Eric. So that's where we are, and it's chapter 6. So let's see what happens next. Chapter 6, the streets were crowded with cars. It was after 4 o'clock, and many people were driving home from work. Cam stayed on the right-hand side of the street. Eric rode behind her. The milk truck was already a block ahead. Cam and Eric pedaled hard to catch up. As Cam pedaled, her bicycle made a loud clicking sound. The kickstand was loose, and one of the pedals hit it as it went around. The milk truck made a right turn onto a side street, but before Cam and Eric could reach the corner, Cam had to stop. The loose kickstand was in the way. It was impossible for Cam to keep pedaling. Eric got off his bicycle too. He pushed the kickstand on Cam's bicycle back into place. Cam said, "Thank you." "You really need a new one," Eric told her. Cam and Eric got on their bicycles again. When they reached the corner, they signaled and turned. Cam looked ahead. A big brown dog was running along the sidewalk. A few cars were parked along the side of the street, but Cam couldn't see the milk truck. She stopped and waited for Eric. "We've lost it," Cam said. "Maybe not. I think I see a truck parked in the driveway of one of the houses on the next block. Maybe it's the milk truck." And this is Eric pointing where he thinks he sees possibly sees the milk truck. Eric led Cam to a small brick house with a white wooden fence around it. The milk truck was parked in the driveway. No one was sitting inside the truck. "They must have gone into the house," Cam said. She leaned her bicycle against the fence. "You stay here and watch for them," she told Eric. "I'll look around in the back." There was a high window on the side of the garage. As Cam walked past the window, she heard voices. She looked for something to stand on so she could see inside. Someone tapped her on the back. It was Eric. "I locked the bicycles to the fence," he said. "I didn't want to wait there alone." Cam found an empty wooden milk box behind the house. She put the box right under the window, climbed up, and looked through. There was a large table inside the garage. A few small bones and some larger ones were on the table. The milk box with the brown bag that they had seen the man put in the truck was there too. A bag of plaster of Paris was on the floor near some boxes, and metal tubs and a wheelbarrow with a pickaxe and shovel in it. "Get down," Eric whispered. "Someone will see you." "There's no one there," Cam said, "but there is an open door. Maybe it leads into the house. I'll bet that's where they went." Eric climbed up on the box. "Look," Eric said, "the 3 missing bones are on that table." Eric got off the box. He pulled on Cam's sleeve. "Get down," he said. "Let's go back now." Cam didn't move. She kept looking through the window. "We can call a museum," Eric said. "We can tell them we found the missing dinosaur bones." "Someone is coming through the door," Cam said. "It's the milkman." Eric quickly climbed onto the box. Cam and Eric watched the milkman take the brown bag out of the box. The bag was tied with string. The milkman tried to untie the knot. He couldn't. "Why did you tie it so tight?" he called into the house. "Use the scissors," a woman's voice answered. The milkman reached into one of the boxes. He took out a pair of scissors and cut the string. "I wonder what could be in there," Eric whispered. "It can't be a bone from the Coelophysis," Cam said quietly. "It's too big." The milkman tore open the side of the bag. There was something large and white inside. He took it out and carefully placed it on the table. Wow, Eric said, look at the size of that bone. It must be from the Brachiosaurus, Cam said, the one they were fixing in the museum. The milkman took out a ruler and measured the bone. He took a pad and pencil from his pocket and wrote on the pad. Then he looked at the bag of plaster of Paris. We need more plaster, he called into the house. Then let's go get it, the woman said. The milkman walked through the open door and into the house. They'll probably use the plaster of Paris to make a copy of the bone, Cam said. They'll take the copy to the museum tomorrow and leave it there in place of the real one. But how do they get in and out of the museum? Eric asked. And why do they want the bones? Cam added. Cam and Eric stopped talking. They heard the front door of the house open and then slam shut. After a few minutes, Cam whispered, I didn't hear the truck drive away. But they should be gone by now. Let's take a look. Cam walked quietly. Eric followed her. Cam peeked out past the edge of the garage wall. She saw that the truck was still in the driveway, and she saw something else. Our bicycles, Cam said. What if they see them? Whoa, and that's the end of chapter 6. So we'll have to see what happens in chapter 7. So I hope you come back. And remember, I love you. Bye.